Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, how are my snipers doing today? I hope you guys are doing fantastic. Listen up, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are doing a tier list in terms of how safe I would feel holding these cryptos, right? So we have safe, ZZZ, blue, kind of like heaven, absolutely just chilling. We have green, so it's very, very safe. We have light green, or I guess, I don't even know. We have a different shade of green, confident. We have solid categories, slight worries, right? So just like in the middle, somewhere in the middle, underwhelming maybe, nothing too crazy. I'm stressing a little bit, absolute hell. And then we have the oops category, which is like I put these two pictures that are irrelevant and I can't get rid of them. So that is that. So this category is not really relevant for us, but we will be diving into everything. Personally, this list is something that I think is important to listen to and important to know. Now, obviously, I am going based off multiple things. So I'm going based off technical analysis. I'm going based off the volume. I'm going based off holders. I'm going based off the updates, the exchange listings, everything. It's well-rounded, and also how well I think it could recover worst case scenario, and how I think it's going to do this cycle overall. So it's like it's a bit of everything. So I'm not going to dive into each coin and explain each coin because this list would be literally 3 hours long, but we will kind of dabble into the information a little bit. So we will start off with what I think is going to be an absolutely safe token. The number one, I think Ondo. I think Ondo is going to be extremely, extremely safe. Not only are they trying to bridge the real financial world to crypto, but BlackRock and JP Morgan are behind it. And for me, if you know anything about BlackRock, they have been involved in many, many things, some controversial, some not. So I'm not going to talk too much about it. But the way I see it is the house never loses. So even if things do go down, I do believe Ondo will be a top dog in the future. So even if I see some minus 50% tomorrow, I'm still confident in my Ondo bag personally. Now, I'm not going to go, from top to bottom necessarily. I'm going to go talking about random coins. Talk about Pangolin next, because Pangolin's thing. For me, Pangolin is causing some stress. I'm not going to lie. I don't like the market structure at all. The updates are kind of slow when it comes to Pangolin. I mean, we talk about version 3 for how many months now? And even though it's in beta and it's almost out, they're making steps, but they're making the most turtle steps ever. And I believe they could be doing so much more in terms of exchange listings, in terms of, version 3 update. So at the moment, it's stressing me. As a long-term project, if they are as legit as they are, and the upside, I could definitely see them as solid or even confident, right? I just like to see more at this point. And even though this isn't a very big bag from my personal end, if I was holding this coin, they are causing some light stress. Now I'll also talk about another favorite. I will talk about Turbo a little bit. Slight worries. It depends where you bought, right? I think Turbo will recover extremely, extremely well. Actually, I'll put it solid. I think Turbo is going to do a very nice recovery this cycle, and I think it's going to be one of the top meme coins at the end of this bull run, at the end of altcoin season, when everything's set in stone and we look in hindsight 2-3 years down the road. I think Turbo is going to be one of those coins that did really well in terms of meme coins. The reason why I almost put a slight worries but decided solid is because it depends where you bought. I think if you buy at the very top, you might have slight worries or even stress. People view things differently, but from my personal perspective, you might have slight worries. I think you'll at the minimum break even, if not make a little bit of money, like worst case scenario. But I do think it's a solid pick, but it is a meme coin at the end of the day. So I'm not going to put in confidence safe for ZZZ. It is borderline slight worries because, like I said, it is a meme coin, but it is one of the top ones in my opinion. Chainlink, absolutely am super, super confident in Chainlink. It's one of those coins that I don't think you can get massive pumps or anything, but it's one of those where I would not worry at all. We have Beam. Beam is confident. I'm pretty confident in Beam. The only thing is the gaming narrative. I'm not 200% sure how hot it's going to be and, how everything is going to turn out. But if I am confident in one gaming token, it is going to be Beam. So I think Beam is pretty solid. And, I wouldn't be too worried. Hedera, absolutely safe. ZZZ, obviously depending where you bought. If you bought a little bit higher, then safe. But if you have bought anytime below, like let's just say a couple of cents, then you are absolutely chilling. I believe Hedera will be doing very nice. And I do still believe Hedera can go upwards of, 80 cents, dollar, $1.20, and if not even higher, right? I am really confident in Hedera. Caspa, absolutely am confident. I'm very, very confident Caspa long term. I do think, shorter term, maybe if you look at things, maybe safe, but they are literally fundamentally one of the best projects out here. And we know it's just a matter of time where everyone's going to get on board. So even if Caspa didn't have the best or won't have the best showing this cycle, which I still think it will have a great cycle, next cycle, right, it's going to pop off. This coin is inevitable, so I am absolutely safe chilling with this coin. Next is Render. I feel really, really safe. Still think AI is one of the top narratives. They're working with a bunch of big partnerships, a lot of big connections. So I am really, really confident. But these coins are more they're just a slight tier higher, right? If this was A plus, if Render was A plus, this is A plus plus. It's just that slight tier higher. Still really confident. XRP, you should feel absolutely safe depending on where you bought. I do believe XRP is going to be chilling, and I think anyone that has XRP will get decent pumps. Obviously, if you bought it higher, you won't get that many pumps, but in terms of the future, XRP is looking great. Now, I will talk about WIF next. I do have slight worries for this coin. I do believe it could pump decently well, but you got to remember this coin is absolutely dropping off. So I do think it will recover. But I'm not sure if it's going to have the big pumps as people expected, which is why, slight worries for this coin, slight worries. Next, I do want to talk about is ApeCoin. I do not personally like anything about ApeCoin. I know they changed some stuff, but I would personally stay the hell away from ApeCoin. I don't like it at all. I don't keep up with it 24/7, but from what I know and everything that it originated from, it's nothing that crazy. Another coin that belongs in hell is Myro. There's literally, the community is dying. The price has been dying. And the thing is, they don't post on Twitter. They post like once a month, once every 2 months. So this coin is pretty much done for. You might get, maybe some bandwagon hype in the future, but you're relying on that, which is why I put it in hell. Now, another coin we will talk about right away is going to be Trump coin. I think Trump coin, very, very confident. I think it's going to be top meme coin, top 5. It is Trump. It literally trades like the SPX. It is super manipulated. I would be confident in holding this coin. In fact, dare I say it is safe. I think it is safe just because of the institutional trading that I see. Like I said, literally trades like the S&P 500. So I would not worry too much. Gala is solid. I'm not going to say I'm confident. I think, like I said, in the gaming industry, but I think Beam is the one that stands out more. So Gala is pretty solid. I do think you actually get a decent recovery, high probability of a decent pump, but just in case things do go sour or the gaming narrative doesn't pop off too much, yeah, we have to put Gala in thing. So a few other coins. Which one should I choose? I'm going to choose ICP. I think ICP is fairly safe. I think ICP is actually overlooked right now. Even if ICP wouldn't pop off this cycle, it's going to pop off next cycle. For me, ICP is also inevitable, kind of like Caspa, but I don't think it's the elitist tier. Now, I could be wrong, right? You could disagree, but still safe A plus or A plus plus. It's these two categories. If you're here, you should be sleeping very, very well at night, despite the price, right? Despite what the price is, you should be sleeping very well. Here, you should still sleep well, but it's just confidence. It's not 100%. And anything below is like, all right, this is good, but some iffies here and there. And then anything here is starting the stress, right? Starting the stress. Bonk, I think Bonk is solid. I think Bonk will actually be the coin that's probably best for risk and best for gains in terms of one of the top meme coins, right? It's not a Shiba Inu, it's not a Pepe, it's not, it's not a WIF, and it's holding better than WIF, right? It's holding better than WIF. And I genuinely think this is like the best for value when he talks about safety and potential gains when it comes to meme coins. So put it up there, but it is a meme coin at the end of the day, so I wouldn't be, too confident. Most meme coins I wouldn't be. However, with Dogecoin, absolutely I am confident with Dogecoin. Dogecoin is the king of meme coins. So if Dogecoin falls, everything else is going to fall. But Dogecoin just has billions of market cap. This thing is absolutely manipulated. I am confident in Dogecoin. If you're holding Dogecoin, you will be fine. You will be fine. Now let's move on to some other coins. Another coin I want to talk about right now is Akash. I'm really confident in Akash. I do think it is a tier below Render, ICP, and some of the other coins when it comes to what they provide for crypto, what they do. But I'm still very, very confident, right? Akash almost mirrors Render, and with that, if it's going to mirror Render's price action, I feel pretty safe. But I would just, as a project, put Akash a little bit worse as compared to Render. So that is why it isn't a confident. By the way, this is not in no category, right? 1, 2, 3 or 1, 2, 3. It is just all equal, right? Generally all equal. A coin that I would not be stressing out over, ladies and gentlemen, is Avalanche. I am very, very certain Avalanche will pop off. I believe there will be an Avalanche meta. Avalanche is just one of the best tokens when we talk about the big boys, right? Top 10, top 15. And I do believe there's so much more room to grow and an ecosystem that's still not fully tapped in, that I am really, really safe and confident in this coin. Pepe will be solid. I do believe Pepe will bounce back, but Pepe has such a large market cap. So, even going back to recovery will take lots of money. So that is, why I put it in solid. Something like Brett, I am personally would be stressing out. Low volume, other problems. The ratio of the market cap to its all-time high market cap to now is kind of dreadful, and it is on, base. I believe base is solid, but I don't know how much more base will be in the spotlight. So I would be personally stressing if I had this coin. Ponky, I really do like Ponky, but I think slight worries. It's almost in a stress. I do think Ponky will bounce back because of the advertising and because it literally has the best marketing in my opinion. And it also held very, very nice areas of support, right? Very, very nice areas. I'll talk about Hoppy right away. Hoppy is either hell or stress. Hoppy did not hold the support, the monthly support and weekly support at all. It just kind of dipped right through. So for me, if there's not too many institutions or big boys in it, I would be worried. I would be worried, especially if I bought up at the top. If I bought somewhere, below the middle or lower end, I wouldn't worry that much. But I have to think about everyone. So I am putting Hoppy in hell, but it is pretty much borderline stress. Sui Coin, I think Sui Coin is confident. I don't think Sui Coin will create that many new crazy all-time highs, but I definitely think you will recover and make decent gains if you bought it now or even bought it at all-time highs. So I am very, very confident in this coin. I think Litecoin is solid. Or confident. The reason why I say this is because this coin is kind of like whatever as a coin, but there's so much institutional play. There are certain zones marked up that the only way I don't see you ever making money is if you bought the literal tops last cycle. That is it, right? If you bought any time in the last year or two, you should be making money. Not the craziest gains, but there will be an opportunity. Just be careful. I do think it's going to dip very quickly, but I'm very confident in this coin. Bitcoin Cash is the same thing, but Bitcoin Cash got a shout out over Litecoin, right? And I do believe if ETFs are going to start coming in, Litecoin is probably on that list, but it's also Bitcoin Cash. So I'm more safe in Bitcoin Cash. Like I said, the gain potential and stuff is lower, but if Trump is going to try to create a reserve for Bitcoin Cash and other coins, it just makes me feel much, much safer. Now we do have Flux. I think it's solid. I think the project it fundamentally is great, but the price action and other stuff is just not the most convincing, if I'm being honest. And it is in a department where it might just be undervalued this cycle, or generally speaking, right? It will get a spotlight one day, but I do think it's undervalued. So I'm not the most confident. I would put it slightly towards solid, but it is ranging between solid and confident, so it's not that bad. Filecoin. I think Filecoin is great. I think Filecoin, actually not great. I think it's solid. I think it's good. I do have slight worries because of the market cap, right? The market cap's so high for the low price it has. There are some institutional candles where I think you could bail you out, but I don't know which ones, right? There's some at decent prices, like low prices of like 15, 20 bucks, and there's higher ones at 70, there's ones like at 140. So I do think you'll be making some decent money, but this coin, if I personally had it, I would be stressing a little bit because it is underperforming compared to so many coins. We'll talk about Solana next. I think if you have Solana, depending where you bought, you should be kind of chilling. I'm going to put it, it's safe. I'm going to put it in safe. Solana is here to stay. I actually think it's even, I'll put it in safe. I'll put it in safe. You know, you could put it in safe ZZZ, but I don't think it's in that elite tier. Now we do have Cardano. Cardano, I am very, very confident in Cardano. Even though there are better coins, I will put it in safe. You know, this is going to be one of the coins that does a decent this cycle, probably leads back to all-time highs. Radium, I would be absolutely in hell. You know, Pump Fund could potentially put you out of business with the, you know, the fact that they might create their own liquidity pool, which means Radium will be kind of useless in a way. It's definitely hurting the coin a lot, which is why the coin also dropped a lot. So I'm stressing right now, you know, max stress or hell level somewhere there, because man, it has to do some next level innovation for it to survive. Now I will do Ethereum. I think Ethereum is solid. I don't know if we're going to pump that much higher than all-time highs. I know it's hard to see. Ethereum has been underwhelming, but it is a big boy in the day. There's still many institutions, and I do believe it will have its pump. So solid, but I'm not as confident as some of these other coins. Crow is also pretty damn solid. It is also at ranges that I think they shouldn't go much lower. So I'm pretty confident you guys should make decent money. You know, I wouldn't be too scared or, you know, crying over, you know, if I was holding Crow. I think it will do very, very decent or good this cycle, worst case scenario. XDC, I'm pretty confident, you know, borderline solid, but pretty confident with it. So I think it'll do good. I'm pretty confident in Jupiter. Jupiter is here to stay. Arbitrum, I'm not a fan of this coin. I would have slight worries. This is not like my go-to pick. You know, the market cap, the amount of tokens released, you know, the coin's purpose. It's just, there's just so many coins I'd rather have, and I personally would not feel the most confident. Arc block. It's between slight worries and solid. Its volume is a little concerning, actually really concerning, but I will say it's not a bad coin. It's not a bad coin. And then Ethereum Classic. We will put, oh, what's happening? We'll put Ethereum Classic in solid, right beside Ethereum. So this is how my tier list ends up with how I would personally feel holding these coins. Really confident in holding these coins up here, which is pretty much most of mine, right? Most of mine coins are the ones from up here. So yeah, that is it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye.